Alright, we had great success with this video here with the pruning, as you see. And we had 141 views in 14 days from the time I put it up last week. And only one person liked the video, and that was me. Yes, I like my own video, so I liked it. And I want to know, why don't you like the video? Why didn't you put the like button there? 141 people view it in 3 different languages: English, Filipino, Hindu. And I want to know what is wrong. Why don't you like the button? Don't you know that YouTube requires putting the like button so other people can view it, more people can view it? And this is why I asked you guys put the like button. Now, I want you to pay attention to my buddy here, Mr. Beast, and he will explain it to you in better detail. Alright, pay attention, please. Alright, thank you for watching, and please respond to this video here.
I'll go to the comment section and then I'll see a comment asking, why do YouTubers ask for likes? And every time someone leaves that comment, some person with a master's in internet common sense comes along and replies to that comment saying, YouTubers ask for likes because they get paid when you like the video. YouTubers make money because businesses pay to place ads before their video. You clicking that like button does not generate them revenue. Or at least not directly. And I'll explain what I mean by that by showing you this experiment. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to upload 2 videos with the exact same title, tags, and description. So when you search a certain phrase, those 2 videos are the only 2 videos that pop up. And then I'm going to search that phrase, I'm going to click on the second video, I'm going to like it and watch it all the way through, and then I'm going to watch all the way through the first video. And the idea is, because both videos have the exact same title, tags, and description, both videos have 1 view, 100% watch time, but the second video has a like and the first video doesn't, the second video should come up above the first video. And I already conducted this experiment and it was a success. Video number 2 moved up in front of video number 1 because this video didn't have a like, this video had a like, so it moved up above it. So basically what I was trying to say earlier is, you clicking that like button doesn't earn them money. They don't get like 10%, 10 cents, a dollar, whatever people make up for you clicking that. But you clicking that like button does help them in search results, which will equal more views, which equals more ads seen, which will equal more revenue for that YouTuber. Another reason why YouTubers ask for likes besides search results is because the recommended videos on the side of this and on your YouTube homepage, those videos are all based off of engagement. If a video has a lot of likes, dislikes, or comments, has a lot of engagement, then it's going to appear recommended for random people and it's going to appear on people's homepages. My worst intro series, people typically like that video even if I don't tell them. It just gets lots of likes, it gets lots of comments, people complaining about the intros, so it has super high engagement, and a lot of the views on my worst intro series come from being recommended to other people and come from other people's homepages. It's not even anything I do, it's just it has lots of engagement, so it just appears randomly throughout YouTube. YouTube does the work for me, and that is what other YouTubers are hoping for when they ask you to like the video. Now, having said all of that, asking for likes is still annoying. I hate it. I especially hate like goals when people are like, we get 500 likes, I'll upload a video tomorrow. That to me is really annoying, and I will admit I have asked for likes, occasionally. If I spend a ton of hours making a video, I will ask people to like it because I put lots of effort into it, and I want other people to discover it. But I do not do it on every video because it is repetitive, and it's really annoying. It makes me want to just commit suicide when someone says 500 likes with that stupid sound effect, like goal, I don't know what I'm saying. But yeah, likes do help. It doesn't make people money directly, but in a way it does make them money. And what am I saying? I have a ping pong ball here. We should. Oh, I missed. All right. Walk your dog, kill squirrels, take out the trash, do your dishwasher. Bye.
Hey, welcome. This is Jay from the Blue Garden. I'm here at my second grapevine. Now, this is the Thompson Grape Red. And this one's a little bit more trickier and harder than the other one that you just saw, if you saw that video. So, let's take a look at this one. Now, we need to keep, like I said, the grapes on the bottom line so they grow up. So, you never want to start from the top. You never want to start from the top. You always want to start from the bottom one. And now, again, the pencil rule. You can see here, this branch is thicker than a pencil. So we don't want to cut this. Now this was 2 years ago. So this has given sprout for two years. And this next year, 2023, this would not give. Because it is just, see that? It's dried up. So we need to follow this. Now you can see here, this no is outproduced. It's no longer. This one not giving any more. It's all dead. So we need to just follow it. Now you see right here, this was this year or last year. See how it's dried up? This no is dead. This no is dead. This one, look at here. That no is dead. So if you think by trimming this and you think this is going to produce a new branch, you're wrong. That's why I said this branch is more advanced. Now look at this one. You see it right here? I'm going to cut it and then look, let's go out here. Now look at, listen. You heard that little snap? You see that? That's dead. So that would never produce. Right here, same thing. See? See the center? It's dead. So this one's a little bit more trickier because you want the bottom row to shoot up. Now, that line is real bad because it's a nice thick one, but it's dead. It would never produce. So, I see one branch over there. This one. Let's try to get in here with the camera. This line here. You see it here? Oh, see this node down here? Yes, right here. This is still alive, and you see this? Pencil thickness? This is the only one that will produce fruit. So, we need to see if we find another one down here. And yes, it's right here. This is the only, so this line only has 2 shoots. So, when we come back here, if that line did not have anything, I would cut it. I would cut it here because it's not going to produce anything. So what can I do? Now, here's where you have to know ahead of time what to do. Because these 2 shoots are at the end of the shoot. Now, because these 2 shoots are at the end of the shoot here, you need to kind of think how you want it to grow. So I want to cut them short so I can feed them this way, that way. So they would fill up that line, overlap that old cane, and then the new shoots will grow straight up. So that's what we're going to do. Okay, so we got our, what we're going to do here. Now, down here, let's take a look at this knot here. Now this, we want to keep this not for 2023, but we want to keep this for 2024. Look at the pencil. You see the difference? This will not produce fruit in 2023. This will produce fruit in 2024. And this shoot will grow this way. And it will replace this vine. Alright, so what we do here is just cut the leaves off on all of them. So it doesn't waste energy on the leaves, but it will use this energy to produce a new branch. Now you see this here? This is all dead. Cut that. Oh, it's still alive. Actually, all these are alive. Just the tips are dead. Okay, let's see this one. Yep, still alive. So I want to keep these, like I said, not for 2023. This is for 2024. Same thing with this. I'm going to cut the leaves off. Now, because these are for 2 years, I have to let them grow the way they're going to grow, and I would train it, and they're going to replace this cane right here in 2024. So, same thing with this one. This is still alive. Actually, dead. You can see how that's dead. Cut it a little bit more. Still dead. Dead. You see? If you're not sure, just cut it. See that? It's dead. So this is no good. I'm gonna cut it way down here. So see that? Dead. So if you would just leave that, that's a dead fish. So there's no reason to keep that. Now, right here, when I cut the leaves, I want to keep this. And right here, same thing. When I cut the leaves. Now, this shoot, I like to keep it and go that way a little bit. Or I could train it to go up here. Same thing with this one. So all I'm going to do is cut the leaves so the energy for the winter is not wasted on producing leaves, because leaves don't produce any fruit. This is dead. Now, up here, you can see the pencil. Pencil. So all this, see that is dead. So you could just take little snippets here. If you're not sure, see that's still alive. See that? That is alive. So follow this. This is the new shoot. This is still alive. No, that's dead. Dead. Still dead. So you know this is no good. Still dead. Cut here. That's alive. You see that? All right. So you know this is alive. Let's see here. You see that? That's alive. And there's a double. By cutting off the double, I forced this shoot to grow. See, you got 1, 2 nose. So we know that's alive. This one looks dead. That's alive. And that's alive. Does it have a shoot? Right here. And 1 and 2, 3, 4. That one has 4. Now, coming off this shoot here. So, usually you will count 3. 1, 2, 3, and cut it here. But because I wanted to support the weight on this branch here, I'm not going to cut it here. Because if I cut it here, it's not going to have any support. And you have to think of that ahead of time. When it produces grape, the weight of the grape bushel will lean down. You want to have some support. You can see how strong this is. So that's why I'm going to keep that there. Now, this one looks like it's dead. But let's find out. Yep. See that? It's dead. So there's no reason to keep this. Verify if you're not sure. See, dead. So we cut it right here to know. See? It's still green. So that means this is alive. I'm going to cut this. So this will produce another shoot, or it'll get energy to this one. Now this one I'm going to keep. Now, here's where it gets more tricky. Alright, you see this pencil? It barely makes it. So this tells me that this will only give for 2023, and then that's it. Alright, so that nose is dead. This one, that's still alive. You see how I'm just cutting the tip? If I'm not sure, you see, it's still alive. This is still alive. So now we're gonna follow it. This one, do not just cut without knowing. You have to plan ahead. Now we have this shoot here. And now you see this is a pencil. This is perfect. This will give me 2 years. 2023 and 2024. Now, we have this one right here. So, you can see how I keep it long so I can wrap it around. Again, let's look at the pencil. Oh, this. Okay, see the thickness? Again, this will give me for 2 years, 23 and 24. So I want to keep this, and then I have this one here. So now you can see I have too many, so I have choices. Which one is the best one? So if you're looking at home, write in the comments which one is the best one to cut. I'm not going to keep all 3 because that would be, look, this is the main source. It has 1, has 2, and it has 3. Remember, you have to divide the energy 3 times. We don't want to. We wanted to keep the energy 1 time, 100%. So what we do is look at which one is going to follow that wire. And we're talking about this wire or even the bottom wire. One of these, if we train it, will replace this cane right there. So which one's the best one? Now, if you look at this one, you see how it's curly? Maybe with the, you need to be careful. Point it down, and then this will follow the bottom line. It looks pretty good. You gotta be careful you don't break it. Or can this one be trained downwards and then across down? Now, or this one. You can see how long this one is. And you can see the pencil thickness is a little thinner. Actually, they're both the same, but these are 2 good choices. This one I don't like. So, this one, I'm gonna look for the nose. There's 1, 2, 3. Here's the 4th one. And here's the 5th one. Now, I'm gonna keep 5. Remember, I told you to keep 3. 1, space, 2, space, right there. The reason I'm gonna cut this is in case anything happens to these, because I have to bend it down and follow that bottom line, I'll have this as a backup. And remember, if these grow shoots, I have to always cut them. It doesn't mean, okay, that's it, you cannot cut it and then go to jail against the rules. No. But if I cut it down here, now I have no choices, because if it doesn't grow and this one's in trouble, I just, you know, took my chances. Okay, so now, like I said, I want to choose between this one and this one. Which one's the best one to follow the bottom? And I'm looking for the longest one. So it's this one. This one looks like the best choice. This one, no. So here, I'm going to do 3. 1, skip, 2, and then 3. So I'm going to cut it right here. Okay? Now this one is going the opposite direction. Now to help you cut these leaves so you can see it. Right here, that's a shoot. See, this is an offshoot. So here you need to be careful, because it's an offshoot. We want to cut it here. Because if we cut it here, we just cut a bearing fruit leaf branch. A branch that's going to bear fruit. Same thing with this one. See, here's the nose, so we want to cut it up, and here's a Y. So never want to cut it above the Y, because you lose energy. So when you cut it right below the Y, see that? So these are upshoots that will produce fruits. These 2, and this one too. You get to see the difference between this one and this one. These are leaf bearing. These would never produce fruit. So you cut them real close. I know it gets confusing between leaf and branch fruit trees that don't produce fruit. But when you're unsure, don't cut it. I mean, cut it short. Now, like I said, in the winter, it's dormant. You don't want to leave these leaves, because the leaves are taking all the energy away from producing branches that will produce fruit. It needs that energy. So here, you can see here, I'm going to take out the leaves. Now, this is dead. And then we have a shoot going out this way. Because it's up to my wire line system, I don't really need this. So I'm going to cut it right above that nose here. Cut that leaf, see? So I have the nose here. In case I need it, I can always trim it later. This I don't need. Now here, this is the one, this branch here. it's gonna replace this cane because this cane is just too old. It has 2 shoots over there. So, am I gonna cut that out right now? I could, but I'm not because I have 2 good shoots there. Those will give me fruits for 2023. So there's no reason to cut that. All the energy from that cane is gonna go to those 2 shoots. I'm gonna get good bushels off that one. This one will give me 23 and this one will give me in 2024. So now here, I'm gonna keep this vine here and we're gonna keep the shoots. So this one, you can see again, this is nothing but bringing all the energy to these little shoots. You can see here, you see this pencil thickness? And this one? Okay, so here's the choice you make. You want to keep this one, just a little bit longer, or you want to keep this one. Now look at here. Which way is this direction pointing? It's pointing down. Do branches and fruit grow down? No, they grow up. So this would have to curl up to the sun. So if you had to choose to cut this one or this one, look at this one. This is above. All the shoots are pointing up. I will cut this one and cut it real close to the knoll. There. Now, same thing with this one. Look at this one. Is that shoot pointing up or is it pointing down? It's pointing down. So, as much as it hurts, cut it. I know this hurts because this is a fruit-bearing branch. But sometimes that's what you got to do. This one here, you can see how it's dead. That was like still alive. That will give fruit. This one's dead. So you can just cut it close to the vine there. See, that one's still alive. Now, the reason you want to cut this one is because I want to give maybe this one here for my top line. The rope is falling down. That will be repaired, but that will follow this line here, okay? So, let's get all these leaves out. And then right here, I'll cut that, there. Once I get this rope fixed, you see that? It'll follow this line there. Okay, this one here, this is the one I want to keep, not this one. See, here's the Y. This one, if you just go over here and cut it, you can see it's dead. So it makes it so much easier to cut it right here because it's dead. See that? Listen. Hear that? It's dead. Okay, so now this one. Alright, so we need to figure out. This one we want to keep. Now look at here. You see the difference between here? Pencil thickness. This one has already produced a lot. Here's a shoot that will produce. But you have to make decisions. Do you want to nurture just this one? Or do you want to nurture this one that will give you at least 2 more years? This one is on its last leg because it only has 1 shoot. You see, these are all dried up. Here you have another one. And here, this one's still good. And you know it's good because of the pencil thickness. See that? So that's why before you cut and trim, just cut off the leaves so you can see it. Okay, with the leaves you can't see it. Now you see it better. You got 1 here and 1 here. So we have to take a look, and then we have this line right here. This one, we're gonna keep 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we'll cut back. Cut 6. Come back to that one. Now this one's the one we want to deal with. Now, here, cut it here and let this one get all the energy, and it will grow. Or do we want to keep this one and we can only support this one, this one, this one, and I'm pretty sure this one too. Nope, that's dead. You see that? So it makes your decision easier. See? Dead. That makes your decision easier. So now this one curls back that way. So we have this line that's going to replace the bottom one. So do we need this one to go in that way? No. So we could cut this right here because we don't need it. Now this one's dead. Yep. So when I cut this node here, and that was still alive. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then this one's 6. So we got 6 of one, and we got this young one. All right, here's where you make the decision. Look, these are kind of pointing up. So if I leave these were produced in 2023. I have to save this one for 2024. Okay? And the way you save it is you don't let it produce any kind of shoots. You just trim them for 2024. See? And it will grow and be good. And this is the one that's going to give me fruits. That's why you have to think ahead of time. So that's what I'm going to do. Instead of cutting this right there, I'm going to keep that one and this one. So 1, skip 2. I'm going to cut it right here. Now this one, cut the leaf. 你好嘛，你多謝，你咪表，寫飛流啦，一 cameraman donut. Come over here. I need a new cameraman. 1, 2, 3. So it's already there. So I'm gonna leave it like that because I could train it. Actually, yeah. See, I'm gonna keep it. 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna cut it right here. Okay. Now, same thing with this one. 1, 2, 3, 4. This one down here, this goes, it's stuck in this right here. Okay, this one, 1, 2, 3. Cut it right here. Now, this one, I don't like it. This is going down, but this one is going up. This one will go up. This one, maybe it'll curl up. So leave it long, let these shoot up. If it doesn't work, just cut it. Now, we're going over here. Now, I have my little experiment here. See that? It's still green. This should have roots. Feels pretty good. So you can see how green it is. We'll check that out on the next video. Okay, so here. We're going to cut this one. 1, 2, 3, and keep 4. This one. We're just gonna cut that. This. And then right here, let's take a look what we have. Okay, now we got a Y. And this one's dead here, so I'm going to keep this one because this has a node here, so I'm going to let that grow. Now, this one here, I'm going to let it grow up to here. Now, I'm going to keep that there. These have too many. 1, 2, 3. So I'm going to cut it right there. Oh, look at this. See that? If you just keep that thinking you're going to grow it out there, this thing's dead. It's dead. So just you to keep cutting it until you see green. See, it's dead. Cut it at the nose. See that? It's dead. Let's take this one. Same thing. Dead. So just cut it at the nose. See how it's starting to get green there? This will produce on their branch right there. This one, we'll leave that there. All right, let me see here. This one is off that one. So I know this here, this is a branch going straight up. This one, we have it there. We'll see if this is alive. Nope, see, it did. That's why it's growing there. So here, cut it real short. See? Almost dead. Half dead. But this will produce the upshoot. So we just take the leaves out. Same thing with this one. We just take the leaves out. Actually, you want to cut it right about here. Okay. This one here, I'm going to leave that there. This is dead, but I'm going to leave that for just support. But I'm going to cut off the green leaves because I don't want the leaves to be growing right now. Okay, so this one, we got everything trimmed the way we want it. Now, we're just going to feed this one underneath because this is our next year. So, let me see how I could do it without breaking it. This one is going to replace that bottom branch. So basically I'm just going to wrap it around this. You have to be very careful that you don't break it. If you break it, then you just lost all your 2024 branch. Okay. And that one, should be tied up. Yeah, there. This one will get trained and then you'll tie it up. There, that looks good. See? Now, you see this branch? These offshoots will grow straight up. And that's what you want. Now, this one was a little bit more harder and trickier. But, there you go. All trimmed. Alright, this is Jay from the Blue Garden. Hope you had good luck in trimming your grapevines. Watch my next video for trimming blueberries. Welcome to the Blue Garden. Okay, today's project is going to plant this grape Mars seed here. You can see how I can keep it nice and healthy. And it's going to go right here. But what I wanted to show you is, look at the soil that I'm working with. Look how rich it is already. Because all this organic matter decomposing in the soil will get this grape a head start. And you can see how the sun beats down here. You can see right there. So it's a perfect spot for it. So just want to show you, when you take care of your soil, that thing's so full of microorganisms. And it already has a head start on it. Alright, Just wanted to let you know what was going on here in the blue garden. Looks like it's going blue again.